back to my channel. It's your girl T. So today, you guys, I have a story time. I have a story time about probably my worst experience in working in retail. But before I get started with this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like, duh. Subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Instagram and check the description box, as you should be doing in every single video, for petitions and other resources to support the Black Lives Matter movement. So, sorry, thought I heard something. Let's get started with the story, right? Let me paint the picture. This is when I used to work at Piercing Pagoda. Now, if you guys are familiar with Piercing Pagodas or you have one in your mall, you know it's literally in the middle of the mall, right? Or like it's somewhere in the center. It's not like a little standalone store. It's a kiosk in the middle of the mall, right? So it's probably like 8 o'clock. We close at 9. And it's me and my one coworker, Sam, and we're sitting there and just ready to go home, pretty much, right? And you can always tell when somebody's about to come to you. Like, they'll just look at you or look at the kiosk and just start like walking towards you. So I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I see this lady look directly at the kiosk, and I'm like, oh shit, she's about to come over here, and I'm about to be the one to have to take care of her because it's just my luck. Now let me tell y'all what this lady looked like, okay? Crack. She looked like she was on crack or cocaine or heroin, I don't know. Or all three above, I don't know, but she looked like she was on some heavy ass shit, right? She had on this blue kind of like beauty supply store synthetic wig, and I'm not talking shit about synthetic wigs. I had my fair share of synthetic wigs, but like this looked like you took a shirt off the Barbie doll's head. You know, like you took that shit straight from the American Girl doll and plopped that shit on your head. It looked crazy. It wasn't like a cute, you know, synthetic Beyonce like wig. No. She took that shit right off the mannequin head and went boop and walked out of the store. That shit looked crazy. So she had her little and it was just nappy and just looked like girl. And then she had on 2 different color eyeshadows, and it wasn't no cute Jackiana type shit. No, it looked like she went to Walmart and got a kid's makeup kit and just and walked out the house. Like, she just looked like a crackhead. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to like stereotype this lady, but she looked like she was on crack. So anywho, I just know she's about to be an issue, and of course she comes up to the pagoda. So she comes up with her whole little posse, and I just hate when people do this, right? It's her badass kids. Her kids are running around the kiosk everywhere. She's trying to do too much talking, and then like her cousin is like, it's just too much. Like, get your kids. So she's like, oh yeah, we want to get my son's ears pierced. So I'm like, all right. So I show her the piercing tower. Now, when working in sales, you try to push for them to get the most expensive items. So I told her I would recommend the 10 or 14 karat gold because it's less likely to cause an infection, which is true. So she's like, okay. Then she starts complaining about the prices. She's like, why is this so expensive? $60. Wait, why am I paying this? And I explained to her it's 14 karat gold. Then I turned the tower and I said, but this is 10 karat gold. It's cheaper, but it's still good quality. Oh my god, like, I don't want to do this. This is too much money. Shit, I can't even talk like that without coughing. But she's just complaining about the price. So then she points to $24.99, 24 karat gold plated. And she's like, what about this one? And I told her, I said, well, it's gold plated, which means the gold will probably chip off in his ear. It's not freaking real gold. And she's like, oh, well, I don't want, like, she just kept on complaining. The gold was too expensive. She didn't want the gold plated because it's gold plated. And then I pointed to a 10 karat little gold stud for $34.99. This bitch was, excuse my language, I'm really trying not to swear, but she really had me hot. She was looking at a $25.99 gold plated earring, right? I'm telling you to spend what, a couple more bucks for a $32.99 or $34.99 gold earring, and you still not happy? Like, girl, what is you doing? Like, she just kept on complaining about the prices, and that makes me so mad. Like, yo, you think I grow this shit in my backyard? Do you think I have a gold mine in my backyard and I'm digging for gold? No, like, fuck is you talking about? Why are you complaining about the price to me? Like, why? If you don't want to go here, go to Claire's. Like, it's simple. And that's exactly what she said. She was like, isn't there Claire's hair? Like, we can just get his ears pierced at Claire's. Like, this is too much. Y'all are charging too much. Why is this so much money? Like, girl, do you want me to walk you to Claire's? Because customers, they used to pull that shit all the time. Like, I'll just go to Claire's. Okay, you need an escort? Like, I don't want to pierce your badass kid anyway. Like, it's not offensive to me. I just work here. Okay, this is not my company. I don't grow this shit. I just work here. So whether you go to Claire's or not, I'm still getting a check. Do you want me to help you? Do you want me to show you the way? Upstairs to the left. Like, cool. So anyway, she just kept complaining about the prices. So eventually, I think she settled on like a stainless steel earring, right? This process should have been 10 minutes, you guys. 10 minutes. But instead, she has her badass kid laying on the counter. Like, he's like this on the counter. His whole body, y'all. This 4-year-old on the counter, right? Picking out the earring. So then I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm trying to get her to fill out the paperwork for the piercing. And she's just like everywhere. So she'll like start the paperwork for a little bit. Then she'll stop. Then look at something else. Then she'll start it again. Then she'll stop. Then look at something else. So this is when shit gets crazy. Okay, this is when I know this bitch was on some type of shit. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call her a bitch, but she really had me hot. So she asked to go look at a bracelet, right? So if you guys ever been to Piercing Pagoda, the gold chains and the gold bracelets, the chains, some of them you can see the price tag on, but some of the bracelets are on a bracelet stand where you can't see the price tag. But if you're looking at a case full of chains for $200, $300, $400, $500, you could assume that the bracelet is probably going to be around the same price. Okay, cool. So there's a bracelet on the table. I kid you guys not. I cannot make this shit up. There's a bracelet on the little, what is it called? Bracelet pad or whatever. It just looks like a wrist pretty much, and then the bracelet sits on top, and then it just kind of sits into a little display case. So she points to a bracelet that she wants to see, right? So I pick the bracelet up and show it to her. Oh my, why are you showing this to me? This is $400. Why would you even show this to? And I'm just looking at her like, bitch, are you okay? Like, should I call 911? Like, do you need some Dr. Phil help? Because I'm really confused. You just asked me. You just asked me, can you see this bracelet, bro? And then I show you the bracelet and you get mad at me for showing you the bracelet because you can't afford it. What was I supposed to say? Oh no, I'm sure you can't afford this if you can't afford $34.99 earrings. Like, I have to show it to you. If I call you bro, you're gonna be mad. So she's like pissed off that I'm showing it to her. And she's like, why is it so expensive? And again, my good sis, I don't grow this shit in my, I just work here. That's it, that's all. I just work here. I didn't slap on the $400 price tag. I didn't grow this shit and then package it all. I just work here. I come in, I clock in, I work my shift, and I clock the fuck out. So you like doing too much with the talking about the prices for what? For what? So I put the bracelet back. She has to see another one. It's the same price. Like, baby girl, you're in the gold section, okay? And you're asking to see the bracelet right next to the other bracelet you just said was too expensive. So what did you think this one was gonna be? Cheaper? Like, she just keeps on flipping out about the prices, whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So she keeps looking, I lock up the case, and I just go about my business because she's just pissing me off. Her kid's everywhere, she's everywhere. I'm just like, oh, clock out, time to go. So I'm minding my business. She's like, excuse me, can I see this? And at this point, I just like, bro, if you don't have an intention of buying anything, I have no problem with window shoppers, okay? I'm a window shopper. I mean, like, if I'm going to go to the Louis Vuitton store, I'm probably not going to walk out with some shit that same day, but I get wanting to look and then, you know what you need to save up for and come back. But it's almost 9 o'clock. And you know the mall closes at 9 o'clock. And you're doing all this for what? Like, you know you're not buying this shit. You know it. So why are you kind of trying to, like, aggravate me and waste my time when we are trying to close, bro? Like, get your little badass kid Day-Day's ears pierced, because I swear every little badass kid's named Day-Day. Get Day-Day's ears pierced so we can get so we can go home. So then she starts asking to see more shit she can't afford, asking to see chains. She's just kind of looking at it in disgust, like, why is it so expensive? See the chains, right? So we have this policy that we can only show one chain at a time. So let's just say these hoops are chains, right? So I have them like this, right? Actually, let me just use this hat, Okay, so this hat is the pad and these are the chains, right? So she's looking at one. So the one she's looking at, I'll keep towards her. But the other one, I'll kind of keep towards the back and like put my finger, like put my hand on it like this. Because it's policy, like I can't just have her like, oh yeah, look at them both. Because the loss prevention dude who works for the company is always walking the mall. Like I can't just have the shit out and go against policy. So she's like, why do you keep holding that bag? Like, do you think I'm gonna run off with it or something? Like, you think I'm gonna steal? And I look at her and I'm just like, mind you, it's like literally around Christmas time too. So I look at her and I'm just like, it's policy. And she's like, oh, because I was about to say, nope, it's policy. Because I'm not about to run off. It's policy. I'm not a thief. Like, I don't do that. Baby, it's policy. Like, stop talking. I get it. You're not going to run. Okay, you probably, like, cool. Got it. Understood. So whatever, so she finishes like looking at the chains and then she starts looking at the hoops and asking to see more shit. And I just have a thing with this because it's like, you're wasting my time. If you're not gonna buy, can we wrap this shit up and you come back tomorrow? I'm tired, I want to go home. So sorry. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So finally she's done looking at what she wants to look at and she finishes filling out her kids' paperwork. So then I asked her if she wants to apply for the store card and I knew she's gonna say yes because you can just tell she's gonna say yes. So she's like, oh yeah, I'll apply for the card, right? It's 5 questions. Actually, I think it's 4 questions. I think it's your date of birth, your social security, and your annual income. It's 3 questions. 3 y'all, 3 questions. It should take less than 2 minutes to just type in your social, type in your, oh, it's your phone number too. So phone number, birthday, phone number, social security, birthday, and your annual income. So it should take her like 2 minutes to type that stuff into the little keypad, right? She's applying and it's taking her forever to apply. Like, cause she'll type in something and then she'll go on her phone and go on live. Then she'll go back to the thing and she'll type in something else. Then she'll go on someone else's live. Then she'll type in something else and she'll answer the phone. Then she'll type in something else and then go on Instagram. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, just fill in the information. It was honestly like she'd be like, for her phone number, 412, then grab her phone and be on live like, I just love him. Then she'll put it down and type in the next 3 numbers of her phone number, then go back up and be like, hello, yeah, I'm at Piercing Pagoda. Like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just type in the information so I can pierce little Day-Day's ears and y'all could be about your merry way. Like, man, you're doing too much. So finally she applies for the card, she doesn't get approved and she's really not understanding like why she's not getting approved. And I'm like, I don't understand that for real, because it's like, you know your credit score. You know your credit score. I'm not the bank. You know your credit score. You know how many store cards you try to apply to and you don't get. So I never understood when people complained about, like, when people not complain about not getting approved, but like ask me why. Like, bro, I'm not the bank, number 1, and number 2, you know your credit cards, your credit score. Like, if you know that shit's 500 or 520, you're not getting approved. Like, why are you asking me when you, like, whatever. So she didn't end up getting approved, whatever. So now it's time to pierce little Day-Day's ears, okay? So he's just like real hyper, she's just doing a lot, okay? And I get it, he's a kid, he's excited, but as a mom, it's your responsibility to step in and say, yo, Day-Day, calm down. Like, she's gonna pierce your ears, you don't want to have it messed up. She's just letting him go crazy, and I'm like, little boy, little boy, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I'm gonna really need you to calm down, like all the way down. So I pierced little Day-Day's ears and they were crooked. I'm not gonna lie, I fucked them up a little bit. I didn't mean to. I wasn't really good at piercing, so if anyone ever got pierced by me, I'm sorry. I wasn't really good at it. So I did fuck his ears up a little bit, but she didn't say nothing. She went home and I went home, and that was that. I never saw her again. And that is the end of the story for that lady. She's freaking crazy, bro. Crazy. Or I don't like to just say anybody is crazy who's on, I don't like to say anyone who's crazy is on crack, but yo, she was on something. She was on X game mode for sure. I don't know, but that's the end of that story time, you guys. Of course, I hope you enjoyed. I want to film another one, so if you see this same shirt and the same hairstyle in the same spot in another story time in like a couple weeks, don't say nothing, keep your mouth shut, because I don't feel like changing. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my motherfucking channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Remember when we used to do this as a kid? And this? Anyway, all right, bye.